What's up, bosses? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazzy. This is actually the first video I'm uploading in 2022, so I'm pretty stoked about that, and I'm just really excited in general to bring you guys more value and more content about entrepreneurship, about financial independence, and about growing your business and growing your business online. That's what this channel is all about. So I want to thank you if you've been a subscriber. I actually have a goal, and I want to know if you guys can help me with this goal. I'd like to reach 10K subscribers by May. And so if you guys want to help me out in reaching this goal, kindly hit that subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, and share the channel with a friend. The inspiration for the video that I wanted to do today for you guys basically is rooted in thinking about what my life was like before I was a business owner. I've been a business owner for between 5 and 6 years now, as some of you guys may know, ranging from brick and mortar businesses to now coaching online, doing a little e-commerce in there as well. And so I've really been sort of about this entrepreneur life for some time now. And as a result, you know, a lot of my friends are in this world as well. But it's important for me to also think about and remember what it was like before I owned a business, what it was like before I became successful, what it was like when I was still broke and trying to figure it out. I know that it's important for me to put myself back in that place of understanding where people are at and where people are coming from and some of the hurdles that need to be overcome before you can get your business off the ground. And so I've named this video Money Management Tips for Entrepreneurs, but what it really is a message to my younger self and anybody out there who is just getting started and it feels like there's this huge mountain in front of you and you aren't even sure how to get started. These are some tips that I have for you. Tip number 1, you don't need a loan. Now, this is something that a lot of people get caught up in the very beginning, is thinking that they need a ton of capital to get something started. And I know a lot of people who are just actually fixated on the capital itself, not even sure of what they would want to do with it. They haven't written a business plan. They might not have even picked a niche. All they know is that certain financial institutions are offering access to capital and that they want to go and get it because as soon as they do, everything's going to take off. And I want to actually dissuade anyone wanting to borrow money who's never owned a business before from borrowing money. Why? Because you don't want to start out in the red. But I want to encourage you because there are business models that don't require lots of money to get started. And it's just a better practice and a better habit to actually start with what you have, start with where you're at, and start with what you have and build from there. This is definitely a sort of foundational principle that I think entrepreneurs need to understand and need to implement. If you're building a business off of referrals that you have accumulated, money that you have earned and saved, or even a financial gift from a family member to where there is no pressure to pay it back and there is no repercussions to defaulting on payments or anything like that, all of that becomes added pressure, and you don't want that sort of pressure on you when you're first starting out. And plus, it just feels really good when you work hard and you save money and you build using what you've earned and you put that money back into the business continuously. It's just a better way to go about building a business from the ground up. So that's my first piece of advice, is don't feel like you need to go out and borrow money to get started, and don't get hung up on the idea of having lots of capital as being the answer. Number 2, be radical about saving money. Sometimes when people have difficulty saving, or they're impulsive spenders, or they just feel like, I worked hard for this money, I want to go enjoy it, I want to enjoy my life, you know, I don't want to put it all away in this vault and never get to see it, or, you know, you've got to change your mindset. Number 1, you've got to change your mindset around saving money and what it means. All saving money means is that you're taking that stored up energy, because money is energy, and you're putting it away to reach a goal that you have that is bigger than just right now. And so it's really important that you save radically. That way, when the time comes and the opportunity comes that you do have a business that you're either building on the side or that you have just jumped into full time, that you're able to sustain yourself and sustain the business no matter what circumstances arise. And so if you're always feeling like hey, it's payday, I gotta go spend my money, I wanna go buy something for myself, oh, treat yourself. You know, you're never gonna be able to get the kind of cushion that you need that really is what supports an entrepreneur and that sort of roller coaster that you're going to be going on. Saving money is a skill. It's a skill. It's a skill. I promise you guys, this is really the only way that I was able to do the things that I was able to do in relatively short periods of time. Whether that was working for someone else and then 9 months later going and opening my own shop. I was able to do that because I saved like a maniac. I treated myself to certain things, small things. Maybe it would be, you know, a bottle of wine or a nice sweater or a nice bag. But I wasn't out here trying to buy a car after I had a good 6-month run. No, because I knew that rather than spending $10,000 on a new car that would make me feel really good and that would smell really good, I could take that $10,000 and I could spend $2,000 opening up a shop, and I'd have an $8,000 cushion to land on if things didn't go as planned. And I'm not talking about saving for retirement. I'm not even talking about saving for 10 years from now, because 10 years from now, you're going to be much more successful and wealthy than you are right now, right? Say it, put it out there. You're going to need a cushion. You're going to need capital for unexpected events and circumstances. And so it's really a gift that you're giving to yourself. So that's my second piece of advice is save your money as aggressively as you can and reinvest it all into your business or into the potential of your business. Number 3, your network is your greatest asset. Your network is your greatest asset when you're first starting out, point blank, period. Maybe you've heard the phrase before, your network is your net worth. So it's sort of along those lines, right? When you're first starting a business, you have to build know, like, and trust with your customers, with your clientele before they will ever decide to buy from you. Now, who do you imagine it would ever be easier with to build know, like, and trust when first starting out than people who already know you? Very often I see that when an entrepreneur is first starting out, they're a little bit shy, they're a little bit self-conscious. They don't want to ask for sales. They don't maybe even necessarily want to tell their friends and family what they're really up to, you know, over here with their business. They want to sort of unveil it when it's this super successful venture and say, you know, look what I did, you know, isn't this great? But that's actually not how it works. It's actually a very humbling process to start a business, to start from ground zero, to start from nothing, and to say, hey, I want to tell every single one of my friends and family and Facebook friends and people at work what I'm working on, what I'm building, and humbly ask them to support what I'm doing, because that is the first place you got to look. If you're only looking online, if you're only looking way out there for strangers to show up and support your business, and I think later on down the road that does become the case to where sometimes strangers will support you even more than your own friends and family would, especially once you start to grow. That can be the case for some people. But initially, don't be shy about tapping into a network of people who have known you for years and would be willing to support. So guys, these are my 4 tips. I hope that this helps provide a sort of framework around where to start, how to keep going, how to stay on course to building your business or to building out your side hustle and making it your full-time passion and your full-time job. And just to recap, number 1, you don't need to borrow money. Number 2, save radically and reinvest in your business. Number 3, your network is your greatest asset. As I mentioned before, guys, I'm trying to reach 10K subscribers by May, so kindly like and subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and I will see you next week with another video.